Hey guys, hey everyone, Mark here. It's been a while since I've done a video, actually, without having to be the show, and just wanted to celebrate my 8 months hormone free. In July, I threw away my hormones, something that totally compelled me to, once and for all, to stop putting in my body things that are not ultimate for my body. I'm 53 years young and I've been through a lot, my lifetime. The detransitioning attempts really did a number, on my psyche, on my person. And, you all know the whole reason behind it. And, I was compelled. Family acceptance, not my family, but my wife's family, and things that really never panned out. But, I'm the type of person that I don't regret anything I ever do, because everything that we do kind of teaches us something in life, and everything is a learning moment. I feel very, very good. I'm training 7 days a week on a plant-based diet, no hormones yet. I feel that, try to see if I can get good lighting here, for a 53-year-old person, I don't have a gut, I'm pretty lean, and, I'm weighing 128 pounds. Eating plant-based, I eat a lot. I'm down like anywhere from 3,000 to 3,500 calories a day of grains, fruits, lots of vegetables. We load up a bowl full of greens and tomatoes and zucchinis and celery and all sorts of greens, from kale to you name it, cabbage, and then on top of that I throw just a bunch of grains and potatoes and lentils and split pea and kidney beans, and just good stuff. And then homemade ice cream with just frozen fruit and coconut milk and natural peanut butter and things of that nature, that I feel has really, I think I'm actually putting on more muscle now, that I'm testosterone free, than I've actually put on when I was on testosterone. I'm taking a supplement called Suma Root, and I've spoken about it on the show. It's a cousin, I guess, to Siberian Ginseng. I found it through doing research for Ginseng, because I wanted to take something that would help my body, with the lack of hormones. I don't have any ovaries. I had those removed back in 2003, so pretty much just dealing with what my adrenal glands and my pituitary glands are producing, and I feel fantastic. I was feeling kind of under the weather when I started taking a supplement called DHEA, and I don't know if many of you have heard of that. It's not natural, it's pretty synthetic, but I thought maybe the DHEA would help my adrenal gland produce more hormones, and it actually messed me up. So I stopped that, and then for a while there I tried the Keto Diet for around a month, trying to help with candida overgrowth that Lina had. So I figured, that would be a good diet to help her with that. It turned out to be disastrous. I lost my appetite. I really had no energy. I felt super lethargic, and went back to my plant-based diet, which has been proven to me to be true and true all the way. I can't speak any highly about a plant-based diet. To me, it's the way we are meant to eat. And I know a lot of people will disagree, but if you really think about it, when you're eating all that dead animal products, from milk to eggs to pork and chicken, and you're eating death. You're eating something that has gone through the mill and has had to suffer for what you want as far as taste. And frankly, I hate the taste of eggs and chicken and all that stuff. It's just don't like it. Never have, even as a kid. I love vegetables. I love grains, I love healthy carbs. I could down some heavy stuff, Um, I know that, everybody has their views on this, but gosh, why would anybody want to consume that kind of suffering? When there's so much great foods to eat. There's just amazing array of greens and grains and fruits that just are so delicious and so nutritious. I feel better than ever, I really do. And I mean, as far as, muscle growth, I'm lifting enormous amount of weight. I'm squatting 200 pounds. I'm benching 185. And I'm only 128 pounds, 5 feet, 4 inches soaking wet, and 53 years old. I mean, I train really hard. I'm training 7 days a week. I only eat 2 meals a day. I eat at 1:30, more or less. We go to the gym, work out on an empty stomach. We do what we call intermittent fasting. And that's another thing that's really helped keep my fat levels low and keep my weight, from looking like a middle-aged old man. It's really good stuff. I highly recommend intermittent fasting, and I highly recommend just skipping one meal. Hold off and eat your first meal around 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then give yourself an 8-hour eating period. Our meal, let's say 12:30, 1 o'clock, then we'll eat again like around 7, and then won't eat again until the next day, and again, training on an empty stomach. When I used to train with food in my system, I felt more sluggish because your body can't do two things. Your body can't digest and train at the same time. And when you eat something, it's digesting and it's not giving you that blood flow that you need in your muscles, and you feel sluggish. I mean, once you get used to training on an empty stomach, it's incredible how much endurance and how much strength you actually feel. It definitely works for Lena and I, What else did I want to talk about? Yeah, get into these discussions with people who feel the paleo diet and the keto diet is an enormously wonderful diet. And, what's happening to the body when you go in ketosis is it thinks it's going to die. So the body starts to eat off itself. And yeah, you can lose weight. Heck, you can lose a lot of weight on a keto diet, but you can lose a lot of weight on chemotherapy. You can lose weight if you cut a leg off. People could lose weight many different ways. The keto diet is not a diet to be on for a lifetime, but for long term, because it will cause a lot of problems. It ages your heart. It ages your kidneys. It puts a lot of strain in your body, demillinizes you. You need to, so they call it keto flu, and you have to eat sodium to keep up the sodium in your body, and it depletes your potassium and your magnesium. A diet that does that is not good for you. It's really not a good diet. There's a lot of people that have had to go to the emergency room because of that diet. And I feel sharper. I feel totally sharper, especially with intermittent fasting. It creates in your body an eating of dead cells. It eats up all the things that don't belong in your body when you're doing that 16-hour of fasting on a daily basis. Your body's repairs your brain. It really does great things for you. I think I look younger even. I'm looking at pictures, 10 years ago or something like that, and I think I look a lot younger now than I did back then. And it's my life, the way that I train, and although I've had a lot of stress in the past 3 years, dealing with all Lena's family issues and, her anxiety and depression because of being pretty much abandoned by her family. They don't want nothing to do with her, no matter, even if we tried the whole detransitioning thing, they didn't want any part of us at all. So that's really, it takes a lot of toll on her. And then, all the pain that she feels, I'm like that sounding board, and it's been rough, it's been really rough, but I love her, and I deal with it, but it's been stressful for me. And even though with all the stress, I still feel fantastic. Gosh, at 53, I feel better than when I was in my late 40s. So, or actually early 40s or even 30s. It's your body is your temple, and if you don't take care of it, it's gonna fight back. I don't drink anymore. I've stopped drinking altogether. I don't feel it's necessary to put that in my body. I listen to my inner guides, and just alcohol just doesn't serve any purpose. It eats away at your brain. It destroys your liver. It does a lot of harm. And for those of you that are on testosterone, drink. You're really playing Russian roulette. Synthetics in your body and alcohol is not a good mixture. I know a lot of people don't like me, because of all that has transpired. And that's okay. It's been my journey. I regret hurting other people, but it's what was going on at the time in my life and what I had to deal with. And, we do things and say things sometimes that aren't appropriate, but we don't think about what's appropriate or not. We only, it's survival of the fittest, and it goes how it goes. And, I'm human and not perfect in any way, but, I've learned a lot in these past 3 years. I've learned how to love unconditionally. I've learned how to have compassion. I've learned to think outside myself. And a lot of the stuff that I do and what I do for Lena, but, no blaming anyone. It's just how it's been. I'm hoping, that we can prove ourselves, and with the new turning of events with the show, that we're trying to be fair and try to educate. And the main mission is to help people be who they are with the least amount of intervention, and to have people realize how important your health is, and to learn to love yourself no matter what. Because, we live in a very imperfect world, and yet we all want these things out of life, It's things that are virtually impossible, that will only end up hurting ourselves and end up hurting others. So, be free to be you, but be mindful what you're putting in your body, what you're doing to yourself, all to achieve a goal that in the end can be virtually impossible. You could only be the best you could be, and that's about it, I can tell you one thing. I feel fantastic without any synthetics in my body. I've lost some body hair. I used to be really, really hairy. You can barely see this, but that's okay. I didn't like all that hairiness anyway. But my beard has pretty much stayed the same. My voice hasn't changed. My strength is better than ever. Even when I had tea, I didn't lift as heavy as I lift now. And a lot of it is visualization and heart, and really, really putting your best effort forward. I feel sharper in my brain since I don't have testosterone, or synthetic testosterone. I'm sure that my body produces something in the adrenal gland, and I think suma, the root, is actually helping, bring some natural occurring testosterone from my adrenal glands and my pituitary. Like I said, much stronger, feel much better than when I had synthetics. I think, my body didn't really like. I don't think anybody's body really likes a synthetic. I look a lot of the trans guys out there. They're overweight. They look aged. They got bags under their eyes. They just don't look healthy, and they look very overweight. Because, believe it or not, that testosterone converts into estrogen, and estrogen causes weight gain and causes all sorts of diseases. So we've got to be mindful, people. We really do. Anyway, I just wanted to make a quick video and touch upon those points that I talked about. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. We're kind of like laying low since Still a little bit cold, hoping the weather breaks and spring finally gets here and don't have to deal with so much of the cold. Islander here. Can't wait to be out in flip-flops, shorts, and a tank top again. Hate wearing all those sweaters and jackets and sweatshirts and sweatpants. That's not my thing, but you gotta stay warm. All right, guys. I think that's about all I want to say about what I've said, but doing great. 8 months without testosterone, feeling fantastic. Yeah, nothing more. Love you. But remember to love yourselves too. Bye-bye.